Welcome to the latest printed press and our COVID-19 platform special. Unfortunately, today is our last one, so we're all very sad. But basically, our program is going to be about what happens next. And I'm very happy to have join us today Sultan Ozkurtlar, who is the operations at the TCCA. Welcome, Sultan, to the program.
Hi.
Hello. Gulay Ermiya, which is the production director at Genc TV, an occupational psychologist. Welcome, Gulay, to my program.
Nice to be here.
Yeah, it's nice to have you on the front rather than at the back, because obviously Gulay normally runs all the technology behind the programs, but today she is at the forefront. And of course, we have Erim Metto, CEO of the TCCA. Welcome, Erim. And Erim has been like brainchild of this program that we've had on Wednesdays every week, tirelessly getting all people to come onto the program, setting up the questions, working very, very hard in the background to ensure that these programs happen for our community. So thank you very much, Erim, for all the work that you've done tirelessly over the last couple of months. The first question that we're going to be asking is for everybody to introduce themselves just very briefly for our audiences. First of all, Sultan, can you introduce yourself to us?
I'm Sultan Ozkurtlar. I work at the TCCA within the operations team. I'm a very proud part of the COVID-19 team now, the volunteer group. That's about it.
Yeah, welcome. You've worked tirelessly in the background. We've been let me just point out that you're like the management team of the food runs and everything that's been going on during COVID-19. You know, the three of you have really been sort of the operations team at the forefront, obviously. And obviously we've had our Unsung Heroes series, where we've had quite a few programs where we've talked about all the people that have been doing the food runs and having communication with the community. But obviously, essentially, it's the three of you that are in charge of everything. Erim, if you could just give us a brief summary of who you are. I know the community know you very well, but just for the program's sake.
So I'm the CEO of TCCA. That's my prime role. I also am involved in about 8 separate other charities, including people like Buses for the Homeless and various other organisations. I'm also proud to be working alongside you guys, who make up the core elements of this team. But like we've always said, and we've always reiterated, is that this is a team effort. It's not just us four that kind of run this initiative. There are so many other people that are involved, and that's why we did the COVID-19 Unsung Heroes programs. I'm also the kind of lead for this initiative and try to bring in money wherever I can. Fortunately, TCCA has given me the power to do what we want to do with this project. But yeah, that's who I'm, just one of the management team with you guys.
Yeah, thank you very much for everything that you do. And Gulay, introduce yourself to our audiences, please.
So most of you know me, but for those who don't, I am the production director of Genc TV, as well as an occupational psychologist graduate. I also joined the support group to help coordinate it. And also as Genc TV, we have partnered up with all these amazing organizations like the TCCA and all the other organizations to help support this amazing initiative and to help the most vulnerable in our community.
Yeah, definitely. Very much so. I mean, thank you very much. Like I said, I've got the key individuals here that made this whole thing happen, really, from start to finish, from way back in March to where we are now. We've come a very long journey. We've got some comments before we start the questions. Mehdi Ismet, all the way from Cyprus, is saying, good luck, everybody. Thank you, Mehdi, and hopefully you're well as well. Much love from all of us here, always supporting the program. Thank you very much. Gul Fidan, who is Sultan's sister and also part of the volunteer group, does a lot every single week, says, love you guys, so proud of you all, and we're proud of you as well, Gul Fidan. Thank you very much for watching. Osman Ergin, who is now the president of the Football Federation, so congratulations to him from here, is saying iyi yayınlar arkadaşlar. So that's basically good broadcasting, my friends. So thank you very much. And we're going to be talking about that a little bit, because Gulay is also involved and has a role to play in the Football Federation. So that's all great news that we have a new team there as well. well. Nejla, who does the cooking programs, is giving us the thumbs up. And yes, Osman as well. What about your new job, Gulay? Yeah, we're going to talk about it, Osman, at the end of the program. We're going to have a specific time about that right at the end, because Gulay is one of the first ladies to be part of the Football Federation, which is outstanding, a very outstanding achievement. And Happy Patisserie has said EA in love. So first of all, can you tell us, Erim, why is it that we're closing down this program?
Okay, so at the start of the initiative, we knew that there was a need in the community, and we started to look at food runs and all the other elements that make up this wonderful initiative. We also felt there was a need for us to communicate effectively with the community. So there was a need for us to be able to tell the people what we're doing. If there's people that need to come on board and become volunteers, and most of them have actually come because of this program that they've seen, have come on as volunteers, that we felt there was a need for this. So at the moment, what's happened is that as lockdown is eased and most shops and various outlets open up fully on Saturday, and us as an agency also opens up on Monday, that we felt that we need an exit strategy, because less people need actually the food runs, because the services which are out there can deal with those needs. So we've set the last day of July as our exit date. So that's the last day we officially do food runs. Obviously, as an organisation, we don't want to leave anyone after that date. So we will be carrying out risk assessments before that date and looking at how we move forward. So for this show, there's very little we can present on an ongoing basis, because we have introduced the majority of our unsung heroes. We have introduced individuals from the community that can tell us what we need to do and how we can work effectively together. There's information that we've given from various scholars in our community, like Enver Kanur, who's advised on tax initiatives, and councillors and people who are running other initiatives that we worked in partnership with. So we've brought on everyone that we want to, and we don't want to replicate that information. So rather than that happening, we felt that we need to end it now. We may do another show ad hoc in the future, just to go over certain points, maybe in a month's time, maybe after the end of July, just to see that if there is anyone out there that does need additional support, then we can be there. So I think that's the main reason why. If there isn't, there are certain areas which are on lockdown again, like Leicester and Doncaster potentially, and there's areas which have been identified in London as potential risk areas, such as Enfield and Haringey. Yes. So if a further lockdown does happen, then we would assess the situation as we have been doing from day one. We have been assessing where we are, what is needed, and reacting very, very quickly and effectively to those needs. So that's the reason for us ending these programs. No more than that.
Yeah, definitely. And obviously I still will have my programs anyway on the Wednesday slot. Yeah. But obviously the focus will change, but we're still, like you said, our pulse is on the beat, so to our hand is on the pulse. So if things develop and things change, we will obviously adapt accordingly. We've got lots of comments coming in. Yusuf Ahmed, who I do programs with on Fridays, has said, great show. Everybody watch that this week. That's going to be very interesting. And also Halil Ibrahim Shefket, who is part of the TCCA UK group, very supportive of us, a brilliant organisation, has put EA in line, everybody. Proud of you all. That has helped all of us during this pandemic, and thank you to Genc TV that has always given us great shows, and thank you to you as well, Halil Ibrahim. He was actually on my program near the beginning of the pandemic, and he's a lovely character, and he's got almost 10,000 members now in his group, so he's doing really, really well as well. So we all have to support each other. We were talking about this behind the scenes of our program today. We have to all work together as a community, all the different organizations, all the different groups, all the different broadcasting, everybody really, because together we will be much stronger. And I think the Chatter group, they said something very that sort of resonated in my mind, and she said no organization could be successful on their own. We have to all work together, and I really, really remember that, and I think it's very important that we put that message across to everybody. So Sultan, can you tell us about a few people who you have helped and their personal experiences?
Well, as we've been doing the food runs, we all kind of try and keep to the same postcodes, and that's how we've obviously got to get, bond with certain people. For us, we usually do the Enfield postcodes. We've been doing that for the last 3 weeks. There's one particular lady that is absolutely amazing. Every time we go there, she always wants to invite us in her house, and we're like, no, we can't come in. We just bring her stuff. I think for her, she looks forward to us going weekly, just so we can stand at the door and talk to her for a little while. Talk about what's happening outside, because she hadn't actually left her home at all. So I think, and also after all this is over, that's somebody that I would definitely will want to keep in contact with. She was lovely. There's also a man that we delivered to. He lives in a basement flat. He's got no family. Again, he looks forward to us going every week. So yeah, we've just created loads of relationships with people now, and it's something that we're just going to continue to do with them.
Yeah, definitely. As well, that I've got relationships with as well. And it's funny how there was a lady that I would go and see, and it turns out that she knows a lot of my family. She knows my mother-in-law. She was very active in the community many years back. Obviously now she's become vulnerable, but it's funny how you make these connections. And and we've promised each other that we're going to see each other. She's going to come around here. I'm going to bring her here, and that I'm going to go and see her when it's safe to do so. But it's relationships that you formed for life. We stand by the door. Gulay was with me, and we spoke for like over 20 minutes with this lady. I've made a friendship with that person.
Absolutely.
So it's really, really, I fully agree that it's a very empowering feeling, and it actually is very satisfying for us as well who help. Gulay, what do you think these shows have brought to the community, and do you have numbers as to how many viewers, etc., we've had?
Well, it's amazing to say we have reached thousands of people, and in particular with the One Lump video that we did together, we reached over 19,000 views. And it's fantastic because these programs were put in place to help inform the community of various topics which impact them during this COVID-19 period. So I just want to sort of summarize what we've been doing. So for the last 12 weeks on the Wednesday on the latest printed press, we have been doing all these programs, and a big thank you to you, Aisha Nupla, who has helped make this happen. With you, Erim, I'll be taking the lead. We have done 12 episodes for 12 weeks running now. And we've also had the special international episode that we did connecting to Austria, Australia, Cyprus, and people here from the UK. And we've covered topics such as protection and vaccines. We've had various health experts come on, like Dr. Michaela Fulia Yahiolo, Dr. Zerha Yilmaz. We've also covered the bereavement and changes to burial procedures, which was something our community was severely affected by. And we had the amazing Hussein Hodja come on board and do a program with us about this. We've also done, as you mentioned earlier, Aisha Nupla, we had the impact of social media during this period, and we had Halil from the TCCA UK who also has been supporting us during this period. So a big thank you to him. And we've also partnered up on different projects as well, like the quiz, which we are doing now.
Yeah, very exciting. Nearly the final.
Yeah, nearly the final. So tune in tomorrow for the last quarterfinal, and on Sunday we'll have our final. And also during this period we had another episode on financial and legal advice. We had accountant Enver Kannur come on with Councillor Mahmoud, which was another important topic which affects our community and the whole country really, in terms of the benefits out there that and the grants for businesses and the furlough scheme which is important to employees and so forth. We had the Enfield leader Nesil Çalışkan come on to speak about the Enfield Council and what they're doing for the community. And this is particularly important because we've got a high number of Turkish-speaking community in Enfield as well. So that was great to have her on. But our favourite part was the 4 episodes that we've done on the Unsung Heroes.
Yeah. It was, that was
So we invited all our volunteers on to recognise and highlight everything they have been doing for us. And while we're on this topic, I just want to thank all the volunteers. You guys have been absolutely amazing.
They really have.
Yeah, they've made mine, Sultan, Erim, job so much easier. And the thing is, we've sort of become like a little family. So it's been a joy working with all of them day in and day out. I mean, it's been great, really. We've had great programs on You're Against TV, and we'll continue to do all these programs which will benefit the community, not just during this COVID-19 period, but also we'll continue to do programs and we'll continue to try be the voice of the community.
Definitely, we will be doing that. Very well said, Gulay. Thank you very much for all of that information. Even I've forgotten how many programs we've done, but obviously you're like documenting it and recording it. And it's just amazing how much we've done actually over the last couple of months. A lot of work, and it's been worth it. Bailam is asking you guys loads of questions, but we've got our own questions, Bailam. I'll read his comments. Bailam is also a volunteer. It was his birthday last week, and he's a young man that helps on the Friday food runs. He's definitely the brains behind all the routes. I think and has to get to everywhere really quickly. So he's very, very clever boy. He's put he's put to my he's put akşamlar arkadaşlar ve hayırlı yayınlar. So we know that you can speak really good Turkish by now. So he's basically saying a very good evening and good broadcasting. So his Turkish is on point. And then he's put, Mr. Metto, what's our stats for last week on delivery to families affected? You don't know.
No, I can answer it. I had a list here because I think it was the last show, and I wanted to cover some of the areas that we dealt with and how we've been doing. One thing he needs to brush up on, though, is his music responses for the questions. We'll cut that later. So from day one, we've been dealing with 3 hospitals. That's North Middlesex, Great Ormond Street and Whittington. Great Ormond Street is a new addition to the list that we've been doing. We have been dealing with 3 care homes in Haringey and Enfield. We've been delivering 350 prepared packs. That's meals already made to the community every Friday, and that's come from Edible London. We've done 100 meals ourselves as an organisation, so separate volunteers like Gulfidan, amazing. She's going to be doing them for tomorrow. So everyone's chipping in and doing their bits. We've been doing shopping packs, and the pack values are about £25 to £30 within each pack. We get the stuff from various outlets, but we also have a large amount contributed from Edible London. We have 58 volunteers as a static. That's roughly 1 or 2 drop out, 1 or 2 are added, and they do different functions within the project itself. That's either drivers, it's people on befriending, it's people who like us who are just calling up. It's you guys who are managing the shows. We are we've done a lot with other organisations trying to work together. So, for example, when the mosques were going through a very bad period with needing, I'm sad to say, body bags, we purchased 40 body bags and brought it to the mosque. So that was amazing as well, being able to feed into what other organisations are doing. We've been doing our weekly updates on this show, which is amazing to you guys because that's how the community hears about it. And when I say to you, there must be about 20 volunteers which came on board because of these shows. Is amazing. We've been there's been lots of new platforms set up as well, and there's a new, I've never seen it before, but a new way of working within our community where each one's strengths are respected. So for Halil, who runs the TCCA UK site, there's no issue with sharing information on his platform or him sharing information on our platform. And everyone gets to hear what's happening and working together. There's no issue at all, and it's amazing. We've established what's called the Turkish Cypriot Emergency Group, which is in partnership with Çatı, Dr. Fazıl Küçük Turkish School, Cyprus Islamic Association and Consulate. And that means if there's ever a situation where the community needs to quickly come together to serve the community, another outbreak, for example, then it's automatic. The mechanism can start straight away. We've done 20 pharmacy runs. We've got 60 people which we befriend. We do homeless packs for the people who are homeless. The list goes on. I mean, we've also provided as TCCA care for our regular people that we provide care, which are 155 care packages that we have. But on top of that, there's another 10 which have come through this process where they've needed care for a short period of time. So that's some of the stuff we've done. I think it's amazing. I think we need to shout about how amazing our volunteers are and our people are to be able to do all this. You know, it's totally and utterly amazing. Yeah,
because it's all voluntary and giving up their time, and they're carrying on as well. There's more comments. Bailam's carries on to say to Sultan, Hala, what are the items you are giving out to all the families?
What are the items? It varies from vegetables to fruit to pasta to rice, the cooked food that we give them from Edible London, and then obviously our volunteers make the food as well. My sister does loads of cooking. So it just varies, it's different every week, but we just make sure that they get a healthy variety, yes, exactly.
Rahma has put, you guys are amazing, well done. Bayram has then said to Gulay and Aishan Hanum, oh, he's so sweet. Thank you for everything you do for the community. Let's keep it going, definitely, Bayram. And well done to you too as well. Sheniz, it's been a pleasure to be a part of the dream team. We have a little family. It is like a little family. I see the WhatsApp group pinging and the things that you say to each other. Rahma says, well done, Bayram. Sue has put, happy belated birthday, Bayram. And Good for Done has put, I couldn't be more proud of the volunteers involved. Thanking you all for being amazing humans. Yeah, I mean, I think it's true, isn't it? It's just about being human and humanity. Erim, just quickly moving forward from this show, what do you think will be the case situation with COVID-19? And is there any other ways that the community will be helped?
Yeah, I mean, I made a short list this time. Okay. Not a long list, but a short list. I mean, to move forward, I mean, you guys reiterated, thank you to all our volunteers. We can't do this without us all being equal and us being able to commit time and effort to the initiative. I think that the other thing is that we've got funding from a few places as well. And I think it's important that we mention them, at least in this show. And that is, we've got funding from the GoFundMe site, which we set up very early on. And people who have put into that, it's made a world of difference to what our ability is to be able to provide these foods. The second one is Haringey Council, Enfield Council. The London Emergency Fund also supported us by giving us in the region of £3,000 to support the project. And there's been lots of little donations, like Akile, who's been totally amazing. She gave us funding to support food and stuff. So there's all these little pockets of food which have come through. And there's also donators as well, like Mr. Butcher, Eden Valley, Turkish Food Centre, Green Lanes Cafe, Cypress House, and the wonderful Edible London. So they've all been there as part of the process and from the start. Now, in moving forward, as you said, the project finishes, or these programs and the whole initiative finishes on the 31st of July. That doesn't mean that we negate our responsibility to the community. We will continue to support the community. We'll provide a risk assessments, like I mentioned. What we also want to do is we're going to set up a new GoFundMe site, which will appear probably in a couple of days' time. We have a couple of potential sponsors, but they want to see that we are able to raise some money. And what we're going to try to do is try to reinitiate our luncheon club in a safe way that's completely free, and that we can bring people who are isolated in the community to the centre to have hot food, to be able to speak to someone about their issues, but keeping it all very, very safe. So I think that's the next stage we're trying to move forward with. We're also looking at other initiatives that can bring the community together, because I think if you think about it, we've got so much wonderful young talent like Bayram and Gulay, and you guys are all kind of our next generation, and it makes me feel really good that I can see that we work together so well. There's no politics that comes into it. The basis of it is that we are all Turkish Cypriots.
Yeah.
We all recognise there's a need within our community, and we address that need. So I think this is a good foundations for us being able to develop new ideas and new projects and preserve our heritage and culture, but also to look at wherever there's a need in our community that we can do it. There's no restrictions to it.
Yeah.
So I think that's really important. And we are providing platforms. We're discussing new projects. The quiz is an amazing one where we're platforming our beautiful charities. We're platforming our beautiful people around their skills that they have, and people can see it. People are re-engaging with their culture through being able to answer questions around what the culture is and the idea of the culture and stuff, and reconnection with aspects of our religion and the locations within Cyprus. So I think there's a lot of positivity that's coming around with initiatives that have been platformed because we are able to work together, and that's the importance. It's not us fighting each other, and there's none of that element here. Groups like Çatı, who are totally amazing, and the Dr. Fazıl Küçük Turkish School, all these groups maybe 5-10 years ago wouldn't have worked together, but because it's a new climate that's kind of allowed us to have this platform, I think I'm really happy with it. And I think it's more of what can we do? Let's speak to each other. Let's develop ideas. Let's use the resort of Turkish Cypriots Community Association in Haringey. Has got massive facilities there. Let's use them. Let's utilize Genc, amazing platform. They never say no to any great ideas, and we can use that to portray the positives in our community. We have a wonderful Aishen who's an amazing presenter, right? And yeah, use us, use our people in our community to make it better and celebrate who we are.
Yeah, definitely. Thank you very much for that, Erim. I mean, it's a real boost of confidence, all the things that you say, and it's very true. And hopefully from here we'll move forward and things will be better. We've got lots of comments coming in, but before we go on to the comments, Sultan, tell us from this project, what do you think will be the lasting legacy?
I think the relationship that we've made with other groups like Chatter, like Erim said, and Cyprus Islamic, we're going to have loads of projects going forward, and we're going to be working with all these guys. I think the volunteer group, we've made loads of friends. Like, that's something that we're going to keep forever. And lastly, with the vulnerable people, these people we're going to keep in our hearts forever, and we're going to be talking with them regularly. We can continue doing our befriending service. We can talk to them, make sure they're okay, day in, day out. So yeah.
Yeah, definitely. I agree. And Ireland's put, as lockdown eases, what does this mean to the families and LD, as there are vulnerable people prior COVID-19 also? And I think Erim already pointed that out, the things that we've got in place for that.
Yeah, let me just pick up on something on that as well. I mean, a lot of the projects that we develop or the community gets together and moves forward with, projects that come from the community. So by I'm mentioning that, I mean, we had a mental health project that we started before COVID-19. That's because the community said there was a need in there. It wasn't us saying we've got this idea. It came from the community saying there is need there, and we try to work with the community to develop a project. So if there is need out there, if it is ascertained that there's a definitive need, we are there to partner anyone or any experts that need support to be able to bring that to life.
Definitely. And he's put, Ergun Karpazlı has put a comment. Go on, Gulay, you can read that for me because that's Turkish.
Okay. İyi yayınlar. Şimdi sizleri Görneç Köyü'nden takip ediyoruz. İnşallah en yakın zamanda sizler de bekleriz. Çok güzel kültür köyümüz, yemeklerimiz var.
Oh, he's inviting us there. I'm coming. Definitely. Very, very good. Thank you very much. And then Bayram's put, bizde politika yok. Birlik beraberlik var. Love it. See, I can read Turkish a little bit as well. But yeah, it's true. It is true. Remit, and that's true. And what Erim's saying is true. We don't have that atmosphere with us.
No.
We've got people from all walks of life that come together to do this voluntary work, especially on the Friday food run. But we all seem to get along. Our aim is the same, to help the community. And I think there are factions out there, let's be honest, I will say it, where I feel like, people are scared to communicate with each other, etc. But hopefully that's melting away. There is still some pockets of issues here and there, but I think the more we put this message across, the more open we are, the more welcoming we are. Hopefully people will see the right way and we'll all work together, because it's just wasting time, really. I think all of us have the same aim, and that's to help the community. So we need to just all, utilize each other, like Erim said. Gulfidanas, but Erim always here to support the TCCA, no matter what the next chapter brings. Definitely, hopefully things will get better. But like Leicester has gone down in lockdown, I read it today that Enfield and Haringey are hotspots. So it may happen again. It may repeat itself. We may go down into lockdown again. It's possible for these areas. So we need to be aware and mindful of that. So when we go and visit our relatives and our friends now, we need to be mindful of that as well, and be careful, wear our masks, wash our hands, keep social distance a little bit, just until we sort of go through these times. But obviously, like we said, we're sort of shutting things down, but we're not really. We are just literally catering to the needs of the community. So whatever those needs are, whatever manifests in the next couple of weeks, we'll be ready and we will, adapt to that. Chanel Ali has said, well done, all of you, especially Gulay, the lady been there for me from day one. Yes. And there's another comment here, which I can't see. There's another one. I don't know if we can put it on the screen. Gulay has helped me and supported me as well. Erim has been the man behind the operation. Sultan always helped. Thank you, all of you. So Chanel Ali is also one of the volunteers on our Friday food runs. A lovely girl. And not only is she helping, but she's feeling like she's being helped as well. So it's a very fulfilling thing to be doing these things. Gulay, congratulations on your elections result on becoming the new licensed secretary of the Turkish Community Football Federation. Osman, if you're listening to this now, and what message would you like to give to the community from this role?
Thank you so much. The response I've got so far has been amazing. I've had people I've worked with a couple of years ago in different clubs message me and tell me how happy they are that I've taken on this role, which has really made me proud. The main reason I wanted to take on this role is because I believe more females should be involved in football and we shouldn't hide away. And in the past, I have been criticised for trying to get involved, but thankfully this year, I have got support from the new chairman, Osman, and the deputy chair, Irfan. They believed in me and all the clubs who have supported me so far. I also wanted to take on this role because I believe that more young people should come forward. I am the youngest candidate and elected member, so it's a great honour. We need like a new and a fresh vision, and I hope I can bring about this change during my time, and I look forward to the new season ahead.
Fantastic. Wow. Yeah, especially a woman, young woman, being involved in football. I wholeheartedly wish you the best of luck. You're one of the best people for the job, definitely. And I know that you're going to put 101% into it, as you've done with everything that you've done, Gulay. So well done. Congratulations. We're all very proud of you. Sultan, any lasting comments before we wrap up the programme, because we're almost there now?
Just a big thank you to our volunteers. You've all been amazing, and especially Gulay and Erim. Like, without me and Gulay start from Monday all the way to Friday. Every day we're on the phone trying to sort everything out, and it's been really, I've actually really enjoyed it, as well as going out and doing the drops, food runs. I've really just enjoyed everything about it, and we're going to continue.
Definitely. Erim, what's your lasting message?
Like everyone said, it's the community coming together that makes this happen. It's not me, it's not Sultan, it's not you, it's the community coming together. So as a community, I'm very proud of what everyone's brought to the whole initiative. We do intend to have a little celebration. We want to give a little hearts to all the people, because this is the thing, we all the people involved have got big hearts. We'll give them a little heart, but they've got big hearts. So I think it's celebrating our people. It's celebrating and all you guys that have been coming onto these various shows, and not just this show, but the other ones platformed by Genc and the TCCA UK, are leaders of our future. And yes, let's do more of this. Let's do different things, and let's make the community really proud. And let's celebrate who we are, I think.
Yeah, definitely. We got lots more comments. Shana Ali has said, Aisha, a special member of the volunteer group and a massive part of the whole community as a whole. Thank you very much. That's very sweet of you, Chanel. And Sue has put Shana Ali heart, and she's put the whole of Cyprus so proud of you all. Jansev Jamal, who won her bit of the quiz, so she'll be in the final. I've only been volunteering with the team the last few weeks, but it's been hugely rewarding. The team is amazing, and I feel like I've made a whole new group of wonderful friends. Really grateful to all of you, and we're very grateful for your involvement as well. Gulfidan has put, Sultan Anne would be so proud of you. Oh, that's so sweet. I love it when the family members say things. Yusuf Ahmed has put, I feel this group has been massively inspirational and have had a large impact on our community. Well done to all of you involved. Thank you, Yusuf. And he also is a beacon in our community and a real inspiration to our youngsters, like with his program when he spoke about, who he was and how he became who he became. And we're doing more programs with him. So another inspiration. So it makes me very proud when people like that also comment and say this about us. Like I said, it's about us all working together. Naima has put, well done, Gulay, Gulfidan, Gulay, make us women proud. We're all behind you, most definitely. Jansev Jamal has put, really proud that you kept going in the face of people trying to put you off, Gulay. Wow, well, it's true. She doesn't give up. And I won't let her either.
I won't.
No, definitely. no, she's well and truly deserves the position that she got. You and Sue also put well done to all of you. Shanice has put proud of you all, and the leaders are on this show. It's true, the leaders are. The three of you really were like the operations team, really kept everyone going. Erim obviously at the top, overseeing everything and bringing the whole community together, but Gulay and Sultan were the ones coordinating all the food runs, sort of matching up people to helpers to the vulnerable, and just doing everything every week, all the different elements. I mean, there's so much to talk about. The work that you've done is phenomenal. It's just been brilliant. Gulay, anything else you'd like to say before we end the program?
I just want to say thank you to everyone. It's been a pleasure working with all of you, and just continue watching Genc. We've got amazing things coming up, the quiz. So yeah, stay tuned.
Yeah, that's it really. We've sort of come up to our 40 minutes. It's gone by so quick for our last program. We'll definitely share this out. And like we said, I will be doing my program on Wednesdays, but it may not have the COVID-19 focus. But obviously, if things progress and there is a need out there, then we will cater to that need. So if we do need it, then we will reintroduce the program again. But thank you very much to everybody, to the audiences, to everybody making the comments, to the volunteers, to everybody that's come on my program, and especially to Gulay and to Erim, for organising this, being the brains behind everything, getting all the people to come onto the show, organising the questions, and just knowing, he's got his finger on the pulse as what the community needs when, and acting very swiftly. It's not just about the fact that they watched our program, those 20 volunteers. You actually got them in touch. You told them what to do and how to do it. So Erim, a big thank you from me to you. I mean, we're very grateful. Is there any lasting things that you'd like to say before we end the program?
No, I mean, I think we've said it all. I think that the fact that you can see that we've had on these shows possibly around 60 separate individuals, all from different political backgrounds, all different identities, all male, female, you name it, different ages, that we work so positively together. And we need to instill that in our community. We need to instill that the fact of working together is far better than being able to segregate and try to take the higher ground. We need to work together in all formats and all platforms. So I think that's very, very key for me. Like we've got Gulay, we need to celebrate his success, which we are doing. It's amazing. Young female, got into the Football Federation committee, which will manage the direction of that, which will encourage hopefully more young people to be involved in football, and women as well. And like yourself, Aisha, you're providing the platform for the other people who are able to communicate what's happening in our community. And Sultan, I can't say nothing about Sultan because she runs everything at work. So yeah. So I think we're an amazing team. I think we're an amazing community. I think we've got amazing volunteers, and we just need to keep doing what we're doing. Platform our people so that they can engage with a wider community, and we can also celebrate their achievements rather than bringing them down. I think that's all I've got to say.
Definitely. Thank you very much for watching us. Thank you very much for all the comments. Thank you very much for being on my program, Gulay, Erim and Sultan. That's it from us. That's it from the COVID-19 platform group programs. Have a very good evening from Genc TV. Good night. Thank you.
Bye.
Bye.
Bye.